constantly paring down based on salary, players you like, but they're not playing enough, or they're too expensive, or they're a little brittle. That doesn't feel like regret. That feels like, I mean, doesn't matter who you are. Bill Belichick's got to do that. Bill Belichick's let go of great players.
I'm going to speak for Jerry Jones. He's going to regret it. He loves Tony Romo. He would like to keep Tony Romo. He had the ideal quarterback situation, a tremendous backup quarterback, a Super Bowl caliber team with a great backup quarterback. Romo's going to go to a very good team, and if he's able to make it healthy, I think he's going to be successful. And Jerry Jones, I'm not going to speak for all the Cowboys, but Jerry Jones will regret letting him go.
I think if Tony Romo stays healthy, Jerry's going to be sick. He's going to be sick because the things that he's able to do when he's healthy, when he's playing well, he can go and he can win a lot of games. And then if Dak gets hurt or if anything happens to the situation that they have there, and I understand what you're saying about regret, but they have a quarterback. The quarterback's not very expensive right now. He's in a backup role. Look, I get that they may want to move on.
You don't like this move, do you?
No, I just think that
it doesn't help the team.
You're giving away an asset that doesn't cost you a lot, that gives you insurance at the hardest position in the NFL to fill. I don't see how that makes sense.
You've been saying this for a long time, and what I believe is that Jerry's personal relationship, and he gets so close to the players, not like Bill in New England. Bill is close and has relationships with them, but the business goes first. And what's best for the team will go first. If this was the Patriots situation, they would keep him. They would keep him as a backup unless someone traded for him or create value, because I'm like you. They're going to regret, unless they have the same type of regular season they had this year. Because we know guy gets nicked, and we know you're going to need a backup. Who's going to be the backup in Dallas? So they're going to be back to having the great starter and not having a backup like they were in before. So I understand that over the next 2 years, yes, Jerry Jones will have some regret.
It is interesting with Dallas. The one thing that where I understand what you're saying is if you look at their schedule, we already know who they're going to play. We don't know what the dates are, right? It's the toughest schedule in the league. It's a first-place schedule. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that we know their schedule is going to be tougher. Secondly, they're going to sneak up on nobody. Third, now I see these NFL coaches. 1 year, the Wildcat is introduced. Woo! Next year, all these smart coaches have a year to look at it. It's ineffective. It's possible that Dak takes a 10% drop back. Every
or
defensive
20%. Again, I'm going to rile
or Zeke, too.
I'm going to rile
because they could take away some of that running game and force them to throw the ball more.
Look, I'm going to rile CC up a little bit more. I know you were a fourth-round pick, but that was a different situation than Dak Prescott. Again, I get what he showed for 16 games, but he still was evaluated as a fourth-round player. He goes into an ideal situation, the best offensive line, great running back, great receivers.
His coaches
What's going to happen? Because adversity, football always humbles you and puts you through some adversity. That offensive line at some point will back up. Dez may get hurt. I want to see Dak Prescott. I need more proof. And I love what Dak did, but I want more proof, and that's why I would have held on to Romo.
Yeah, I wouldn't look at the round as being an indicator of what his value is. Look, as evaluators, we make mistakes all the time because you're dealing with human beings. And Tony Romo, what was he, a free agent? So he's replacing a free agent. There are a lot of mistakes made. Now, will he have the year that he had? Everybody's evaluating him. Everybody's looking at the tape. Everybody's looking at what's successful against him. And defensive coordinators will catch up to the things he's done. Hopefully he will. To me, it's more about if he goes down the preseason like we saw in Minnesota, or he goes down right before the playoffs like we saw in Oakland. You're giving away Tony Romo $4 or $5 million, and you get nothing back.